it with me, and that's when I was like, someone needs to blog this because I think it's amazing. My daughter in first grade, she's just finished second grade in first grade, read and read and read, and it just wasn't working. And the teacher was like, you need to read more and read more and read more. And so me and my husband, we were reading with her all the time, and it was so weird because sometimes she would read fine. And other times it was like, oh my gosh, like she is making up a word that maybe starts with the same letter and making the story completely her own. Her first report card, it was like everything was like A's and E's, and then she got a C in her oral reading. And I talked to her teacher, and I approached it more like, we're gonna work on this. Like, because in my mind, I'm thinking we just need to be reading more. The reading and reading more, and then the second quarter comes along and she gets a C minus. I didn't know what to think at first, and I remember after week number 2, the first time the ball came to Sophie, it hit her in the face, which is unfortunate because I can totally relate to that because that's what I would do. I would just close my eyes and duck, you know? And so it was week number 2, it was a Friday night, I was doing my exercise, or her exercises with her, and all of a sudden, it's like something changed where I was like, oh, and I got emotional because I was, what week was it, 13 or 14 or 15? My daughter Sophie doing a little 3D eye exercise over there with the glasses, and I just said, I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing, and she says, put these glasses on and look at the chart. And it's like, without the glasses on, I could see the chart. And then I put the glasses on, and then everything in orange disappeared. The orange blocks. I don't know what that means, but... And you're like, well, maybe you need to get closer. So I got closer, and I'm like, I can see it without the glass, and then I put them on, and then it disappears. And then we start talking, and you said it was a 3D thing, so I'm talking to my family, and Robbie, right away, my son was like, well, it's like in that movie Oz when, they're throwing the things out, and I thought it was so cool, and you were like, But Disney World's a good example, because there was this one. It's at a place called, it's like in downtown Disney, but it's like a video game park. Mm-hmm. A lot of interactive games, and there was one where you get on this pretend ship, right, and you're trying to shoot cannons at the pirates, and someone's supposed to be steering, and it's all interactive. And, he came out at us, and I could just see, 2 of them, but I knew if I really squinted and kind of went like this, I could see him kind of coming out. But when we're shooting the cannons at him, I felt like I was shooting at a video game, where everybody else felt like the cannons were coming at them, and I felt like they were just going along the wall. And so I think I'm starting to realize that, when I talk, like you mentioned, when you see a 3D movie, do you see into the movie? And I don't. And Rob's like, what? That's my husband. What? And I'm like, sometimes I see things coming out, but it looks more flat behind it. And I guess I just thought that's the way it is, and it ends up that it's not, and I had no idea. It work, because I see it in her. But then it's like, am I going to see it in myself? I think my fears are that I just don't want to waste anybody's time. And I don't want to, I don't know, I think it'll work. I just don't know what it's going to be when it works. I think that's what it is. The unknown. Well, kind of like, it's like when I had braces as a kid, and I wanted them when I was 30. I wanted them again. I'm like, oh, I'm too old. And then a couple years ago, I impulsively got braces again. And I'm glad I did it. But you know, it's just making the commitment. So I think it's the unknown, and I think I've always known what I know, and so I don't know how it'll be. But I'm a better reader than I was as a kid. But that's because I've been reading a lot.